Hi, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I am making a Distress Ink birthday card, and as you see, I've already started showing you what I'm using. I'm using the Recollection cardstock. I'm using Distress Ink. I'm using a 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 cut of 110-pound cardstock, and I'm using tape, double-sided, and Recollection tape runner. In addition, I'm using scissors and blotters. Now to get started, I started out with mowed lawn and shaded lilac. I dabbed my pad with Distress Ink and I added a little bit of water, and I started from the corner and started circling into the card with my mowed lawn shade of Distressed Ink. This process is easy and it's fun to do. You get to see a lot of color come alive on the paper. Then I blotted some more, sprayed a little bit of more water, and added it to my card. And I'm lightly going over that. I'm not really rubbing really hard, because sometimes when you rub too hard, pieces of paper will come up and it messes up your card. So I'm going to add now my shaded lilac to my card, and as you see I'm using the same process as I used before, and I'm going to go over my card and kind of blend in with the green, which is the mowed lawn. And in addition, I'm trying to get it a little bit darker at first. So I'm just gently going over it with my blotter. See, I laid on a little bit more to add to it, as you see. And it's coming alive. It almost looks like rain clouds. There you go. Now, I'm going to continue to spray it with water, let the color spread some, add a little bit of more of lilac directly to the card without diluting it, and trying to get the color a little darker. And there you see, it's spreading. I've added a little bit more of the green, and I am working those colors out, blending away. And this is up to you how you want to put it on your paper. I'm going to use my heat gun in order to dry my card off some, and it takes a moment just to dry the water from the card. Sometimes the colors spread a little bit more. I can turn over my card and do the back of it to make sure that it dries evenly and it lays down flat. And that's what you see me doing here. Now I think I'm going to add a little bit more color to it and play around for a moment just to see how vibrant I can make these colors come alive. It's going to be a birthday card and I want it to look really, really special. So I may end up adding some extra color to it just to see if I can get it to brighten up a little bit more. There you go. Now it does look like a cloudy day in summer. So I'm going to put my colors up, and I usually try to make a habit of doing that so that I won't forget and leave a top off of one and it dries out. Here you can see the color a little bit closer. It's a little bit vibrant. And I also added the evergreen bow to it to give it a little bit more brightness in the blue area, in the greenish blue area that you see up top. There you go. I think that looks really, really special. And I've dried my card once again, and I am getting ready to work with my embellishments in a moment. Now I'm tearing my card just so that you can see a different effect. I like this because it almost looks like fabric when you finish, and it's beautiful. Now I'm getting ready to embellish my card with some different things that you'll see here in a moment as they come up. Before I do that, I'm going to adhere my card with the double-sided tape to the piece that you see there that I'm cutting a little bit. I've adhered some tape, and I've also done the edges with some Tim Holtz Distress Ink as well, just to give it an outline and definition. I think that looks really nice too. And if you want, you can go over some more around the sides of the card, or you can leave it as is. I think it looks pretty cool the way it is right now. I'm going to come up close so you can see a little bit more of the color and how vibrant it is and how special it looks. There you go. Bluish green. Now I'm getting ready to embellish with my Cricut. My Cricut I set up for happy birthday. I'm going to cut on a mat. I use the Wild card cartridge, and I'm going to cut 2 pieces of happy birthday. And I am getting ready to cut it now. As soon as the light starts blinking, push the button and you're ready to go. Okay, so now that we've done, I've got 2 happy birthdays here, and I'm going to take them off with my weeding tool and lay them side by side. I'm going to get ready to glue them together so that they are a little bit raised on the card when it's completed. Here I have some Versamark ink. I have my glue, which I'm going to use to glue the 2 pieces together of the happy birthday. It's a little bit tedious task, but it works well. Once I glue them together, there you see, I'm going to use my Versamark ink and ink it up real good on the surface. And then I'm going to put some embossing powder over it and coat it really good. Make sure that I can get it to melt on there and look real shiny when it finishes. I'm going to again use my heat gun after I coat it, and you'll see it materialize before your eyes. You'll see the shininess and the melt when it melts down into the paper, and it gives it almost a patent leather look. I have to use my tweezers to hold it because the heat gun is hot and you have to be careful when using it. See how it's shining? That's what it's going to look like on that beautiful, colorful card. I speeded up my video a little so that we can hurry along and you won't get too bored with all the process and procedures that go along with doing this card. But once you make one, it's nothing to do another one. So I also cut out on my Cricut a cupcake, and I'm putting it together now. I'm gluing it with my glue pen and positioning it right on the card. Of course, it doesn't always position correctly, and especially when you're trying to do a video. So we'll consider this as one of my bloopers. And I'm gluing the icing onto the card with the happy face in the middle. And we're getting ready to embellish the cupcake as well. I really love the way this comes together. There is a process that I use with my Wink of Stella pens, and I'm going to go over it with a purple Wink of Stella pen and a clear one for the cherry. That was a little blooper too, because you see I used the clear one instead of the purple on the purple card. So now I'm going to put the purple on, and how nice does that look? and also on the cherry, and we're good to go. So now I have my happy birthday on my card, looking all cute. And I have some foam circles that I got from the dollar store, goodbye. And when you finish using all the circles up, you can still use it because you can cut all the other leftover pieces, and they're sticky too on both sides. And you can cut them at any size you want at that time. So I'm putting my foam circles on the back of my cupcake to give it a raised look on the card, give it a little bit of dimension. Isn't that nice? It's going to look really cute when I get to the putting it on the card. I love this part because the other part sometimes can get to be a little bit tedious, but when you get to all the pieces to put together, it looks really nice. And that's what all your effort's for. Beautiful for someone special. And just to dress it up a little bit, I have some embellishments that I got from another clearance bin in Michael's. And they're just silver stars, and I'm going to use my pen and put them on and just give it a little bit of pizzazz as well. And it's going to be nice when the person that I'm giving this card to opens it up, and you love to see their smile when they see the glistening and the glitter, and they're like, oh, for me. So this is it for me. I hope you enjoyed my video, and join me again.